What's going on, guys? In today's video, I'm going to be telling you guys about a way to earn passive income while playing a game. This game is called Police and Thief, found on the Avalanche blockchain. Now, in this game, you have three actions. You have minting, staking, and the vault. I'll dive into each of those later in the video, but let's take a look into the white paper. So we're just going to start off with minting. So with minting, you have Gen 0s and anything on is a Gen 1. So with the Gen 0, there's only 10,000 originally minted, and those costed 1.7 Avax each. And at the time, that was around $170. So after that, it cost 20,000 loot to mint, from 10,000 to 20,000 mints. Anything after 20,000 to 40,000 is 40,000 loot. Anything from 40,000 to 50,000 is 60,000 loot to mint. And then once at 50, we're capped out on mints and there's no more that can be minted. So next is the thief. So each thief will have an action to rob a bank and accumulate 10,000 loot per day. Now, when you withdraw your loot, there will be a button that says harvest. With harvest, you lose 20% of your loot to a fee because you're bribing the officer to let you steal that loot from the bank. Now, if you want to unstake your thief, there's a 50% chance that all of the thief's accumulated loot can be stolen. So all of that money or all of that loot that you're trying to claim and unstake your thief, there's a 50% chance it can all get stolen and go to some random cop in someone's account. So now let's dive into the police. So with the police, there's only a 10% chance of minting a police, and they each have unique traits, including the alpha value ranging from 5 to 8. The higher the value, the higher the portion of loot that the police earns from the bribe. So instead of making 10 to 12,000 a day, you'll be making 12 to 15,000 if you have an alpha 6 or an alpha 7. The higher chance of stealing a newly minted thief or police depends on the alpha level as well. So alpha level 8s have a higher chance of stealing, and an alpha level 5 has a lower chance. So a police has an alpha level 8 and police B has an alpha level 6. They're both staked. If 10,000 loot total have been accumulated as bribes, police A will be able to claim 5,714 loot, and police B will be able to claim 4,286 loot. If a newly minted thief or police is stolen, a police has a 57% chance of receiving it, and police B has a 43% chance of receiving it. Only staked police are able to steal a thief or police and earn the loot bribes. So with your actions for the police, they're the same exact actions as thieves, but you have no risk involved due to the fact that you're police. So with money laundering, which is over here, which is the vault, you have pools, and so with your loot, you're just staking and you're receiving whatever token. Like over here, you can receive time, mem, Joe, wavex, and spell. So you're receiving those, and I'm currently staking 70,000 loot. So you're staking loot to receive it back with an APR of around 850. In conclusion, with police and thief, everyone can play with their own levels of risk and tolerance. Bribe your way through, stay liquid on the market, take your chances in avoiding the police, and keep all of your loot, but risk losing it all. The fascinating array of choices available in Police and Thief game makes for that to promises and engaging and thrilling. Now, let's dive into the three factors of the game itself. Let's go over the minting process a little bit in depth. Alright, so currently you see that there's been 45,688 minted out of 50,000. So once that 50,000 is done minting, the only place you can buy a cop or robber from is off the secondary market on NFT trade. So if we go back over here, you can currently see that it costs 60,000 loot to mint an NFT. It used to cost 40,000, 20,000, and then the Gen 0s we talked about earlier that were 1.7 AVAX each. So they had a feature called Sneaky Mint, and they're in talk with bringing it back, but they haven't brought it back yet. It might be back at the time the video is posted, I'm not sure. But as for minting goes, that's pretty much all it is. But at your mint, the last thing I want to go over is when you mint an NFT, you have a 10% chance of it getting stolen and going to somebody's cop. So what that means is the moment you'll mint, it'll show, and then it'll say it got stolen, and then you will just lose all of that loot that you minted. So it'll be a waste. So where I usually get my NFTs from is I usually get mine off the secondary market. It's a little more expensive, but it eliminates that risk factor. But yeah, that's all I wanted to talk about for mints, and now let's get into staking. All right, staking, or high staking to be specific. So this is where you stake your NFTs. Currently I have one thief and one police staked. My alpha 5 police generates about 12,000 loot per day with no fees being taken off of that because he is a cop. My generation 2 thief generates about 10,000 per day with a 20% deduction
that goes to the police at the end of the day when I withdraw. So if you want to withdraw, you click claim loot, and then it'll pop up your MetaMask, and then you'll confirm that, and that's all it is. So I just rejected it, as you saw. But then if you want to claim loot and unstake, that unstakes your NFT, so he comes to unstaked, and then you can sell him on the secondary marketplace. But when you unstake, you have a 50% chance of your NFT and loot being stolen. So that's how it works. And then if you have a cop, your cops have the ability to steal an NFT, and if they do, it'll be over here in the unstaked section. So let's talk about the loot claimed for a minute. So currently there's been 1,771,000,000 claimed. When that hits 2.4 billion, your NFTs are no longer able to claim loot until phase 2. And phase 2 is coming out in probably about a week at the rate that the faucet is about to be turned off at. But once phase 2 hits, there will be a new use for your NFTs. Not sure yet. They discussed it in the AMA, but it's not definite yet. So that's all I wanted to talk about in the staking section. And now we're going to take a look at the vault.
So this is the vault. The vault is basically just a bunch of different pools that you're able to stake your loot in for return. So you have the Avax, the Joe pool, the Mim pool, Time pool, and Spell pool. And each one of these pools has a really good APR. And depending on how much you stake, depends on how much you get back. Now the Time pool right now is currently out of blocks. And I bet that the devs in a couple days or hours, whatever, they'll add more liquidity to it. That's what they've done each time last time. And then occasionally they'll add pools like the Spell pool, and it has high APR for a short amount of time. But basically that's all it is. So to stake, you're going to go approve loot, and then your MetaMask will pop up, and you'll click confirm. But I don't have any to stake, so I'm clicking reject. But you'll click confirm, and then it'll look like this. It'll say unstake loot, and you'll have a plus. And you'll click the plus. You'll click max, or however much you want to stake. So in this case, you can stake 10,000, but I don't have any. And then you're going to click confirm. And the error is going to pop up because I currently have none in my wallet at the moment. But what would happen is your MetaMask would pop up, and you would accept that. And then to claim, all you do is click harvest. But before you do that, you will have to add the token address to your MetaMask. As over here, you see I have the Mim one. But to do that, you'll just go to Trader Joe, and you'll just click the token, and you'll approve it to your MetaMask. And I'll have the link for that in the description. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you would like, I'll make a part 2 to the video when phase 2 comes out, diving into the price of the token and the logistics a bit more, a little deeper. But I just wanted to get the foot in the door to the police and thief game, and I hope you guys enjoyed it.